The Great Reset. I like to play this clip.
Sure.
This is the Tucker Carlson clip.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change.
Honestly, Justin Trudeau, I'm going to try and be nice here. He reads a script. He's an actor. He was born, his dad was a politician. We're not really sure which politician it was. There's a little conspiracy behind that.
Did his real dad like Cuban cigars? That's the question.
He may have. So everything that he's been saying about the Great Reset, so-called, it sounds pretty much the exact same as everything he said before, because he's always been a globalist. He's always been a leftist. He's always been a Green New Deal, whatever, big government kind of guy. He's just using the current crisis as a justification to do more than he might have done otherwise.
Is everybody watching right now? Have you already, because you've been watching Netflix and Marvel movies and you've been listening to Novus Ordo preaching for 30 years, are you already reset?
Yeah. I think Klaus Schwab wrote a book called The Great Reset, and it's like a bestseller. So I don't think it's much of a secret. This thing ultimately it's just a instantiation of the Freemasonry kind of mindset. It's there's no real religion. Everyone has to do obeisance ultimately to man. It's man-centered, so it's weirdly state-centered. Yeah. And the way that we're dealing with the, pathogen that we won't name that's out there, it's taking the worship of health and the healthcare system. And it's all about systems. So if you've been supporting big government, if you've been supporting globalist agenda, if you've been supporting religious indifferentism, you're already part of the reset, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can talk about how our bishops and the Holy Father, like all their policies and initiatives, fit right in with the Great Reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main thing is, there's these videos coming out of Rome right now. I don't know if you've seen them, of these ecology liturgies. Have you seen them? So everyone stands in a circle, and there's priests. Cardinal Turkson was involved in one of them recently. So they stand in a circle and they plant a tree in the middle. And there's like some prayers and things going on, and it looks like a sacramental rite for a new ecumenical religion. So it's sort of like depositing a tree or a new life in that spot, which actually is kind of artificial, because in nature you don't take trees, saplings, and move them to different places. The nut falls into the ground and the tree comes up in that spot, right?
It's all artificial.
Yeah, it's super artificial. So this is this new religion, and it looks like what's going to happen is the 7 sacraments and the rituals of the Catholic Church are going to be, it's going to be like, don't eat meat on Friday. We all used to do it. It's highly recommended. But if you want to substitute something else,
can you eat the new meat?
You can do that as well. But what's really important is we get onto these globalist pan-ecumenical rituals that a Muslim can do, a Jew can do, a Hindu can do, a Catholic can do. These are going to be the new things, part of the new cultus of the globalist reset agenda. And I really do think that that's where they're going, and I really do think that's what Francis wants to do.
So was the Great Reset Vatican II then? We keep, you know what I mean? Like, we keep thinking it's already happened. I'm thinking in the church, all of this stuff is the fruits of the major changes.
Right.
Has that already happened in the church? I think there's already a de facto schism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's material, though. It's difference between material and formal. Lefebvre used to say this. It was like, you've separated yourself from Jesus Christ because you've denied the dogmas of the Catholic Church openly, but it's not declared on you because no one will.
Yeah.
So we already live in 2 different Catholic churches.
Yeah.
There's the one that's faithful to Jesus Christ, and there's the one that's faithful to the Great Reset.
Yep.
Whatever to the UN, to whatever, Freemasonry, whatever you want to call it. It's just different names for the same thing. The devil has different disguises.
People who want to keep scripture and tradition,
yeah,
and the magisterium, And then the people who want to adapt scripture, tradition, and the magisterium to the modern age, modernists.
Good traditional places offer you a different religion than what you get at your average Novus Ordo. Mm-hmm. And it's de facto already a separation. Yep. And the Great Reset stuff is just going to exacerbate that, because you're going to see, and I've sympathized, all my conservative Catholic friends sticking it out, wearing the masks, not receiving because they can't receive on the tongue. Like they're I get it. They're trying to be obedient and stuff. But pretty soon, you're not going to have mass for 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
And the traditional priests, whether they can offer you mass or not, they're going to be getting you the sacraments.
Yeah.
And you're going to say, oh my goodness, it's almost like there's 2 different churches. And then when you come back in May, when they finally have the miracle snake oil and they finally get you back, all of a sudden you're going to have these new liturgies. You're going to have these new processes. Well, we've realized that we've fasted from the Eucharist for so long that we don't need to be rigid. We don't need to be stuck in our ways of receiving on the tongue and being showy and whatever about our piety. Right. So we're going to have communion services. Now, as long as we sanitize our hands and we've all had the vaccine, we're going to pass around the communion bowl.
Right.
I guarantee you'll see that somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're going to go, this is a different religion.
Yeah.
We used to go to a parish for the TLM. It was like a TLM community, in this Novus Ordo parish. It was a beautiful old church. But anyway, one of the reasons why we decided that we were just going to stop going there is I saw on the bulletin that the parish priest was having eco jazz vespers.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
With an Anglican priest. So it was kind of like, well, and now that place no longer has a TLM.